don't just have to go with what you believe.
Accept your flaws. We are not perfect. No one is perfect.
Don't forget the values
If
that
you
you
feel
were given now,
yourself,
just because you want to suit.
accept your flaws. We are not perfect. No one is.
Hi, welcome to today's episode of the Growth Diary. I am your host, Ivan Mwapevagwada, and with me here I have a good comrade who I'm not going to introduce. I will allow himself to introduce according to how he sees fit. Comrade, how are you?
I'm alright, Comrade Vagwada, how are you?
I'm very fine. I'm honored to have you on this podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learn a lot from you.
Indeed, let's hear.
Yeah, so who is Comrade Reagan for those who do not know you?
Alright, Comrade Reagan is a person who is actually from northern part of Zambia. I was born in Luingu district. I am a product of a rural child education, and from there I navigated to another village I would call Nsombo, where I did my basic secondary school, and then within the same district, that's where I did my secondary school. So actually I've been a product of a rural education setup. Yes, just to give a background about me, I'm one person who has seen so much from the village, and I have so many memories from where I come from. I had friends that did not go through, or maybe friends that have not reached to where I am today due to some challenges that they have encountered along the way. But actually I'm grateful that I've learned a number of things from my friends back home, and I'm still in touch with them that in one or two things we should make a change from where we come from. Sure.
Comrade, I think the introduction itself, you can tell that this is a man of passion. This is a man who wants to change the world. So Comrade Mpundu, on the show here, as everyone knows today, we are talking about youth in politics. Who is a youth in politics? Why is it important? We are going to talk all that. But people that would want to know, Comrade, how was your childhood and how has it impacted you to be the man you are today?
A good question, Comrade Vagwada. The main thing that has led me to actually have interest in politics is seeing in how my fellow friends back home have been staying. It's a place where people have lost hope that it cannot be done until maybe someone comes in to their rescue. So I'd put in myself in those shoes that I think I stand a good chance to go and change the narrative from my people back home, that we can no longer just wait for politicians or other people to come and change our lives. We must take it up on ourselves. So that has been really my inspiration, seeing, wanting to bring a change to my place. And I want them to see that even our own people can really bring a change to a place. Yes, that has been my inspiration to join politics.
So what's the fun moment you can share about your childhood? Something you remember, something you'd want to live again, and what's that one moment you wouldn't want to experience again if you were to go back to your childhood?
If I was to go back to my childhood, I wouldn't I wouldn't want to see myself lining up for food, because in a rural setup, there used to be a program that was initiated by the government then, where pupils used to eat from school. So it's got me so much into me, seeing my people lining up for food, and actually it was one of their motivations that they should attend classes and the school. So we could line up for food, fight for food, and like that. So that memory, I wouldn't want it to repeat itself. Yeah. So I think that's one of the things I wouldn't want to see. Yes.
One thing you'd want to live again?
One thing I would want to live again is how we used to associate with each other.
Yeah.
We used to be to have a common sense of protecting one another. You would see that this person is coming from a different village, you are coming from a different... But when you meet somewhere, you associate as if you are from one family. So just that feeling of being loved by people and being cared for is something that I would want to live up to now. Because you know, we are in a society where people are doing sorts of things just to make sure that they survive. But that setup back then used to give me a sense that even if I'm not home, anywhere I am, I'm home, because people have loved me and they have welcomed me. Yeah, so that's a setup I would love to live up to.
I think that's the meaning of One Zambia, One Nation.
One Zambia, One Nation.
I think your story really inspires me. I feel like just ending it now and just share, this is enough.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But for the sake of our viewers, so we are talking youth in politics. But maybe you can shed more light, because people have different understanding of politics. When we say politics, it's like just arguing and killing each other. So most of young people of our age, they're scared to indulge and do it. So maybe for you who has the courage to do it, look, like you said, you want to change the narrative of your village and your people. So to you, comrade, what are politics to you? What do you understand by when we say politics? What comes into your mind every time you hear the word politics?
Well, the most thing that comes in my mind when I hear the term politics is actually the coming up of two different parties coming to share activities that associates them in improving the status quo. So when we talk of politics, we're talking about activities, we're talking about people having different views in bettering the society, in bettering the nation. So politics, to my fellow youths, it's something that is actually improving in terms of thinking capacity of young people, where young people are coming to give their own understanding on how things must be done, and challenging those that believe it must not be done to do it. Yes, so politics is, I would just say, these are activities that are associated by groups, individuals and organizations to change the status quo.
Yeah. So, like I said, when we look at politics and the history of our politics, especially in our nation, Africa, the only thing that comes in our mind is people killing each other, people hating one another, people separating, there's tribalism and all those. And you are a person who's looking at changing and bettering the society.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can enlighten us, is our understanding as mere people the way it is there to you who are involved? Is it about killing yourself? How can you tell us about it?
Well, politics actually goes beyond the tribalism, goes beyond the regionalism and the killing. Actually, politics to me is something that brings up people together. It's something that actually tells one person on what good must they do for their people. Politics shouldn't be, as the way it is pictured, as a dirty game. Politics should be used to improve the livelihood of people and the society. And it should not be about winning elections or having so much power, but it should be about bettering the society. Yeah, so politics goes beyond tribalism, goes beyond the killings and the fights that we are seeing. It should not be like that, because most of the things have been done because we've been told that this is how they must be done. We've learned how our forefathers did politics. It's time that we change the narrative, that we come together as people in politics, not to fight, but to offer solutions to better our nation and the societies where we are coming from.
That's really awesome. Comrade, what does it mean to you to be a youth in politics? Not just being a politician, but a young person. And a follow-up question would be, what are the challenges young people are facing, those who have passion to join politics? What are the restrictions? What do you think is the reason most are failing to join or to open up their views?
A number of factors are leading to young men not joining politics, and one of them is the distrust they have in their leaders. You will find that youths currently have lost the trust in their leaders. It could be that they were told that they will change their lives. It could be that they were promised with good jobs. It could be that they were told that they are going to change things they have been advocating for. So that's one of the things that is leading to young men not have interest, because they are seeing to it that if I join politics, I'm going to be a liar just like my leader is. Yeah, so that one is actually leading them not to have interest in doing politics. The number two thing that young men are not interested in politics is actually they are being not offered an opportunity to have knowledge about politics. Actually, they need the tools, they need the empowerment in terms of accessing knowledge about politics, in terms of accessing institutions that can teach them how they should do politics. So because this has been a challenge for them, they are saying, I can't join politics because I can't easily access these institutions and all that. The third thing I would say is the financial status. You know, a number of youths are going through a lot. You will find that they don't have jobs. They don't have the monthly income. So to engage in politics, you have to be also economically free. You have to have the means of moving about. You have the means to have bundles and all that. But because they don't have all these, they feel it's not the right time for them to engage in politics. Yes. A number of things also, I would say, the environment itself. You know, we talked about people believing that politics it's a dirty game. It's a game where someone can kill you. It's a game where it involves tribalism and all that. So youths are being are being restricted to join politics based on this same environment that the old politicians have created, thinking that if I join politics, I'm going to be hated by my friends from the other region and my friends from the other. We are going to fight. We are going to do a sort of things. So to keep the peace, it's better I just stay away from politics. Yes.
Yeah. So talking of restriction, you know, like you said, a lot of people in the society believes politics is a dead game, there's greeding and all those things. So maybe for you personally, how is the resistance from your family? Has everyone just accepted, they're supporting you? Did you have to convince them, you know? Did they just accept it, okay, this is who you were called to be? Because I think family, I feel, is another resistance.
Yes. From my family, they have actually accepted it, seeing that I'm not doing something that will ruin our family reputation. It's something that they think I'm advocating for good lives of people. Yeah, and my family actually have seen a lot of stuff in terms of what politics can do. And yes, there could be some point where they said, no, you shouldn't be doing this because of ABCD. But with the way we've been handling our politics, our youth politics, they have seen to say, no, we are safe, and we just mean to change the environment. We just mean to change the status quo. Yes, so they have accepted it, that I should join politics. And of course, my brother actually tells me to say, don't expose me. My brothers, they tell me, don't expose us too much into politics, because they might come for us maybe if you are to be against them. So I've not actually involved my family into politics, but we are doing good in terms of just doing politics for the betterment of the nation. Yes.
Yeah, so like we have seen, like nowadays, comedians, you know, actors, musicians, they're having those kind of boards that are helping to shape those upcoming ones, those who have passion for that. For people who are interested in politics, for a young boy there, dreaming to become a minister one day, dreaming to become an MP, an ambassador, is there somewhere where they can go, a library where they can learn, is there such structure
I've not seen one, but I think the challenge should come from one person who aspires to be a politician. I, for once, read books. I access books that are soft copies that talks about politics, and I have a number of channels on YouTube that I just watch just to better myself for politics. And of course, there could be some libraries that have got books that people can have access to the knowledge and all that. Yeah. So my recommendation is that someone should take it upon himself or herself that since I want to be a minister in future, I want to be a councillor, I want to be what the president. The preparation should start as young as they is, so that when it is time for them to be in those positions, they have learned a lot. They have equipped themselves to those positions. Yeah, because we mentioned as one of the challenges why people are not joining, young people are not joining politics, the aspect of not being a platform. They are not being given a platform by other politicians to learn and all that. So it's rare that you find libraries, it's rare that you find politicians that have dedicated themselves to shaping future leaders. Yes.
All right. So what is your advice to someone out there who is like you, aspiring to become someone, aspiring to change the nation? Like, what's just your advice? What's your word of advice to a young man there, a fellow youth, just trying to become someone in the world of politics?
Well, my advice is that my fellow young youths, it is possible that we can get ourselves into these positions. My advice that I'll give you is that start preparing and do not wait to be told that this is the right time to start doing politics. I do not agree with the term that we are the futures of tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. It is time that you man up, you take a step, and you start in any way possible doing politics. Because, Comrade Ivan, there are youths there who just think that for them to be called a politician, they must be the president, they must be the minister. And that is not right. You can be a councillor and make good impact on your fellow young men and the society. So just as you take interest in politics, ensure that you are not one of these odd politicians that we are seeing, just rooting our public funds. Be a youth of integrity. Be a youth of your words. When we say this belongs to the public, train yourself in such areas where you should be a different politician from what you have been taught. Yes.
You heard it, like Comrade has said, every opportunity must find you prepared. Whether you want to become a politician, a musician, exactly, whatever you feel you are called into, preparation is very important, because when an opportunity comes and you are not prepared, you lose everything and you get frustrated and you feel the world is against you. And you have to start now. No one will tell you to, no one will come and tell you, okay, the time has come. You can start from schools, doing debates. You are learning. If you are in campuses, you are in college, you can join union elections. In fact, before I even go, I think I wanted to. I didn't want to. I thought you were going to comment about that.
Okay.
You being, you was the president of Ivrinon. Yeah, you was the ICOSU president.
Yes.
So how was your experience, leading students, and how can you compare that to the nation? And what's your advice for those who are in campus and they want to follow footsteps?
What I would advise someone there, a student who wants to be a leader of an institution, is that you have all it takes to lead the students. It is not easy, actually, I would say, to lead people that are learning. These people in institutions have seen a number of things, have learned a number of things. So leading them is actually one of, it is a challenge on its own, but it's something that is doable. So you are a student aspiring to be a leader. I would say you have it all, and find people that are aligning to your vision, and you will have it through. When I was the president of Ilbrinon College, I encountered a number of challenges, including part of my executive, I would say. But it's a belief that we kept with those that believed that we are going to do it. Yes, I believed that just within the leadership that was elected and some who were appointed, I believed that just with that leadership, we can change a narrative, we can change the status quo, we can inspire someone out there to do good. Yes, so school politics, I think they are the basic and they are the foundation that gives you a picture of where you are going to be. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So, comrade, we've been talking about youth being in politics. So, what's the importance of young people being involved, not just being a politician, but also being involved and just having the interest in politics?
Yes. The most important thing about politics is that it reveals who you are, yes, and what you stand for. That's the good part about politics. You've heard of and what you believe in without leaving that behind. You've heard about people being capitalist, people being socialist, people being and all that. Yeah, it's because of what they believe in. So in politics, it shall reveal what you truly believe in and what you think should work for the society. And also politics gives you an opportunity to understand your rights, because you've seen it, how politicians treat each others, I would say, leading and oppositions. So you do know that I'm being treated like this because I've violated this law in the constitution. So politics give you an opportunity to know your rights and also to know how the society must conduct itself. Yeah, politics also gives you a personal growth in terms of knowing things, how things are run. You would know the current economic status where your country is. You know what type of governance you are in. So politics opens up your head to think to think of something that actually reveals of who you are, the rights you are enjoying, and the status of your country. Yes.
So having an interest in politics, like Comrade has said, helps you understand what's going on. Don't just commenting online, no, this one did this, but the question is, why was this done?
Yes.
So you've been interested in learning, giving an ear, the updates in the newspaper, everywhere, helps you understand. And that's very important, especially to us who are being called the future of tomorrow. Though Comrade says tomorrow never comes.
Never comes, yes.
So to us who are the leaders of now and tomorrow,
it's
important to know what's going on so that even when our time comes, we don't make the same mistake. So Comrade, maybe my last question before I allow you to close is, how important are politics to a nation, society, continent and the world at large?
The importance of politics on a society is that it brings about change. Yes. You've heard of, I would say, politics. Politicians are the rulers of this world. So what brings politicians into it's politics. So the first importance of politics is one, it's going to allow politicians to effectively make policies that are going to shape the nation, that are going to shape individuals and all that. And also the importance of politics is one aspect where it brings about different ideas to table, and you are going to debate about the ideas that has been brought to the table so that you improve the society. It's all about decision making. It's all about making something come out of it. Yeah, so that's the most important thing about politics. Politics gives you the freedom to express yourselves. It gives you the chance to also offer the solutions to the problem that you are going through. Because currently we would say the whole world is politically charged. You can go to churches, you can go to schools, you can go to cooperatives and all that. You will find that there are politics in those organizations, yes. So it will give you an opportunity to actually offer that which you think is okay for the betterment of that organization, for the betterment of the nation and the society where you are living in. Yeah.
I think, comrade, what you've said has just reminded me of, I have a friend who always tells me, bro, whatever you find, if you are not involved, it's just two-way things.
Yes.
If you are not infected, you are affected.
Yes,
so like you
yes,
said,
yes.
whether I involve myself or not, those people, they'll make decisions on my behalf.
Yes.
So the better way is for me to be there, for me to air my view, like, okay, this is this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
so thank you very much, viewers. Today we was talking about youth being in politics, the importance of having interest in politics, and just being enlightened on what politics are, apart from what we believe, kidding ourselves. There's more beyond that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like we've been given a kit and you have to go beyond it, learn from it.
Yeah.
Being a politician or having interest in politics doesn't mean you have to become the councillor. Sometimes it's just for you, giving your suggestion when it's needed, being there, holding our leaders accountable, ABCD. In many ways you can contribute. So, comrade, before I let you go,
Sure.
it has been nice having you. I've learned so much. You've enlightened. I feel like I can also go and stand. I think I can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, I
you
think
can
maybe
do
I'm
it,
coming.
yes.
I'm not going to reveal my place, but I'm coming
yeah,
there.
sure,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah. So, what are your closing words? What words can you just share to close to our viewers?
Well, since we are talking about youths in politics, I would encourage my fellow youths out there that it's not about the position that you hold. It's not about you being in an executive. You can effectively be a leader behind the scenes. I hope to see a society where the youths shall aspire for this position, not because they want their status to grow bigger, but for the youths to change their societies. I hope to see you youths, my fellow youths, to aspire for this, not because you want to go and root out the public funds and all that, but to go there and actually deliver the promises that you are going to promise to your people and the society itself. I would also close with a quote that says, "There is nothing for us without us." Yeah. So it is time that we man up. It is time that we hold our hands together. We stop fighting on tribal remarks. We stop fighting and save our country, I would say. Yeah, and save our country from all these meaningless conversation that we see about this one belongs to this region, this one belongs to this. Yes, that would be my closing remarks.
Wow. Comrade, I said it and disclosed it. There's nothing for us without us. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Ivan Mapevagwada. See you next week.